Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades in the weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. With that said, I did not have a good week. After looking at my trades for the week, my win rate was 58.33%, which is the lowest it's ever been. I don't think I've ever gone below 60%. So yeah, I gotta fix that. And I took 12 trades. Let's see, 7 wins and 5 losses. I can't get over how many losses I took this week. I gotta get my shit together and take better trades, because I'm not gonna. If I can't get 3 trades, I'm not gonna get 3 trades. I'm not quite sure what the trades were that screwed me up so bad, but we're gonna find out together apparently. So now, when I said I was looking at the trades, I was just looking at the stats. Now I'm gonna be looking at the trades. So the first trading day of the week was what? On the 16th. I haven't posted any of my stats on StockTwits or Twitter. I think in the last few weeks I've just been too busy to deal with that. Maybe I'll do it this week. I don't know. It depends on how busy I get. My time is so limited, and the weather's been good, so I'm just trying to get the boy outside and have him play outside before it gets dark. And the recap, the stats on social media is not nearly as important, so not important compared to him. But yeah. Anyways, 16th was Monday. So okay, traded his room on the 16th. I said SPY calls over 601. 16th. Yeah, now I'm looking at 601, which is right up here with this high, thinking that we're going to rip to what was the area? Let me just put SPY over here. I think it was 605 was the area was next. Was this 13th, 16th? Yeah, 605, 606. Well, this is pre-market, but yeah, 605 right there. I don't look at pre-market. I'm looking at just this high right here, this intraday high at 605. So yeah, I was thinking we get over the 601, we're going to shoot to 605, which we came close. We went to 604. And Mondays I'd like to take the trades. I'd really like to jump in when they break certain levels, but every time I do, it's a fake out or it doesn't hit. And when I don't take them, it just rages, and it's just kind of like a double-edged sword. So, what's been working is sitting out the first half an hour. I mean, if you guys want to just take the play, go ahead and take it. But me, I don't know what it's been. It just seems like not almost, but a lot of the trades, as soon as I get in, they go the opposite way. It feels like the market just knows what I'm going to do, knows what I'm looking at, and just traps me. I mean, obviously, they're not going to trap me specifically because, I'm a nobody. I mean, it's not like, they're not going to go after little retail people. They're going to go after huge hedge fund people and stuff like that. And I'm not that. I'm just a little fish. But anyways, my first trade was I took calls at 11:21, which is, I think, when it first pulled back, first red candle right here. No, 11:21. Why did I wait up here? I mean, I get why I wouldn't have taken it here. That's a pretty decent size run. I mean, but still, it's an FU setup right there. Strong green candles, and it got over the higher day. I mean, that was a good classic FU setup. I don't know. Anyways, at what, 11:21. Right here. So what did I think I took it over the 604 area, and was this a loss? The first trade, the 16th. Yeah, I got out at 8, then I held the rest, and it dumped. I stopped out at 550, so that means that overall the position ended up being red. I mean, it wasn't, if I remember correctly, it was barely red. It didn't, it wasn't too bad. Then I took puts at 1152, which is right here, right when it broke underneath 603.40. I took the 60-30 puts at 570. And if I had to guess, remember I didn't post on social media what they went to because I have no idea, but if I got it at 570, they probably went to $8, maybe $9. What did I get out at? 757. Yeah, well, yeah, $8, $9. Then let's see, I took calls again at 125, which is right. Did I take a loss on this one? I took. No, I didn't take a loss. Okay, so I took calls at 125, which is right here when it shot through VWAP. I took the 60-40 calls at 540, and they went from 540. They probably had to go to probably $10 if I had to guess. So that ended up being a good play. That was probably the best and cleanest play of the day. Then on Tuesday, Trade Ideas Room, I said 17, 6 calls over 601. It was 601 area right here. And let's see, how many trades I take? 3 trades. You know, how many of those were losses? None of those were losses. Okay. The first trade I took was calls at 1111, which is right here. Okay, I see why I took this. Fake candle right here. Dropped the fake new lower day, and it quickly got bought back up. Made new high day. I probably was afraid to grab it, but when I pulled back the VWAP and it bounced and got over this 601.20ish area, I grabbed the 60-25 calls at 690, and it probably went to $9 on that. So then I took puts at 1129, which is right here, right when it shot up to higher day, and then it rejected and came back down, and I grabbed it underneath the 650 area, 650 cents area. I grabbed the 570 puts, and what did they sell those at? I don't think they went very far. They went to 757. No. What day am I on? 17th. Oh, I did take a loss on these ones. Yeah, I did take a loss. Yeah, I took it down here, and yeah, I took a loss on that. So I said I didn't take any losses. I must have been looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. But yeah, I took a loss on this play right here. As soon as I got in, it went against me. So yeah, I do remember this play now. One of those plays where, you know, you get in, it went against you. So I ended up stopping out. Then the next play was this one I averaged down on. I grabbed 6,000 puts at 106. 106. Right here. Right when it got down to the 599.50 area. 106. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it down here when it broke below this candle right here. Not quite sure why I did that. To be honest, I don't know why I grabbed it there. FOMO maybe because of these big red candles. I should not have touched that play. But this was the winning play. Well, actually, this was a play I averaged down when it didn't start out as a winner. And when it broke lower day, well, not actually lower days over here, but when it broke low of this candle, I got in the 6,000 puts at 840. And when it popped up, I averaged down. at 114, which is, yeah, this candle right here. I averaged down at 640, making my new average 740, and then it dumped. So they probably went to $10 very, very easily. So that worked out, but that could have gone against me very, very easily. And this is what SPY's been doing a lot, just chopping and tricking. And I should have not played that. I should have waited. This was an FU setup right here. Strong red move, green inside candle, and when it broke the wick right here, that's when I should have grabbed it. I should not have touched it over here. But, you know, I'm showing you guys my mistakes in real time, unedited. And I do not like these big letters that are on toss now. I don't remember them being there last week, but they're now, blah, blah, blah. They are there now, and I don't like them. They're very distracting. So yeah, this puts play worked out, but I'm very skeptical why I took it there. I don't know why, except for maybe I was a little FOMO from the loss. But yeah, or that could have been news. Was this a news day where something happened? Where Trump was this the day Trump said something about going to might get involved with the Iran war? That might have been why I jumped in. I almost think that this is it. This is the drop from when Trump in the White House said that the U.S. may get involved with the Israel-Iran conflict. So yeah, if I remember correctly, that might be what it is. Now we have Wednesday, which is FOMC. FOMC actually had a pretty decent play. My last play was a loss, of course, but Trade Ideas Room on Wednesday was SPY calls over 600, which is up here, this high over here. I don't usually take trades on FOMC before FOMC because especially on days on Powell, because they're too expensive. They're usually at the money. They're usually like $25-30, and I think at this particular day they weren't that bad. They were like 16, I think, 15-16 bucks at the money, which was surprisingly shocking because almost every time Powell speaks, they're $25-35 at the money. So I didn't even look. I didn't look at all. And I just sat out most of the day. Then I happened to look sometime mid-morning, and I noticed how cheap they were. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll take a play if something looks good. But then I took puts at 12 o'clock, which is right here. It bounced off VWAP, popped up, and it quickly got rejected. So once it came through VWAP, again, that's when I grabbed puts. I grabbed the 59.70 puts at 720, and they probably went to like 850. So they didn't go very far. I do remember that play. And then I had the FOMC strangle play. Now, over the years, I've been getting the strangle play like at 10 of 5 minutes before FOMC. Because it's usually just a massive theta burn all afternoon. I mean, all day and all afternoon, especially the hour before FOMC. They just burn the crap out of it. So I don't usually get it. I usually wait so I can get a better price. And but lately, the last 6 months or so, they have been running, having pre-FOMC runs. So I've been getting them early. I've been getting them like a half an hour early. And it's been paying off. So I grabbed the 59.60 puts at $6. Then I grabbed the 60.25 calls at $5.80, and I grabbed it at 126, which is right here, right when this was starting to drop. I grabbed the puts first, then I grabbed the calls, and I was able to sell on that dump right there. So I did sell the puts at $8.50 on this drop, and then when it popped up, I sold some calls at $8. Then I dumped all the rest of my calls at $8. And then when the puts started to come down, I dumped the rest of my puts at $5. So I actually had a really, really good play on FOMC. So if I didn't grab this half an hour ahead of time, I would have not I would not have caught this move and this move up here. So the call side, I probably would have been able to have a good price, but I would have taken a loss probably on the put side. So by me selling right here a good portion of my position, regardless of what happened to FOMC, by me taking some off, that was the right play to do on that. So I mean, if you take a play and you're up, let's see what I was up. What I got the puts for at $6. I mean, if you're up $2 plus on a position before a news event, you gotta take some off. You're gonna be dumb if you don't. You gotta take some off. Now, I'm not saying anyone's dumb. I'm just saying, I mean, I'm dumb. I've done some dumb things, and sometimes you get like these numbers in your heads, and you're like, okay, I need this and I need that, and well, I don't need them. You know, that's my target. I'd like to get that. I'd like to get that, and the market doesn't care what you want. And so sometimes you just say, okay, we should get a massive move. I'd like to sell at 10 or 15, and you sell orders of 10 and 15, and it never hits, and they end up going to like $9 or something. So I've had times where I'd set a sell order at like $10, and the price would only go to $9.90 or $9.80, and oh, that burns me so bad. So you just gotta, when you're up, you gotta take it. At least reduce your risk a little bit. So with that said, Thursday we had off because of June 19th or whatever it's called, 16th, 17th or whatever it is. What day is that? Yeah, June 19th. I knew it was something like that. Then let's see. So we had, okay, before I get it switch over to Tesla, Trade Leaders Room on Friday was SPY puts on that 597, which is down here, right here. And the first play I took Tesla puts. Took Tesla puts at 1003. Right here, right when it broke lower day, and actually no, 1003 down here. This FU setup right here. So once it broke that, I took the 325 puts at 380, and they went to like $5 on that place. That ended up going pretty good. Then I took next I took SPY puts at 1023, which is right here. I took the 59.75 puts at 640, and as soon as I got underneath 596.50 is when I grabbed it. I grabbed the 59.75 puts at 640, and they probably went to $10 on that drop right there. Then I took puts again at 12.17, which is right here. Oh, I remember this play because I grabbed it right underneath these bodies of these candles. 594.25 is where I grabbed it. I grabbed the 59.50 puts at $6, and as soon as I got in, another play that went against me. So yeah, week was not that great statistically. I need to do better next week or this week, whatever, because it is Sunday right now. But yeah, I need to do better. I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong and readjust and stuff like that. So it's part of trading. No matter how good you are or how good you think you are, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. It's just part of trading. No one's ever right 100% of the time. So everyone has bad trades, bad days, bad weeks. You just gotta, it's how you overcome them that matters. And when you do bad, that's when you really need to batten down the hatch and be a lot more selective and more patient and wait for the right plays and try not to do anything stupid. So, but it's easier said than done. It is what it is. So hopefully this has helped. I saw a lot of mistakes I should have done differently, but it is what it is. So that's it. Thanks for watching.